on to the main card. I'm going to start off talking about the featherweight bout between Landwehr and Evelov. Landwehr's coming in at a 9-2 on this one, and Evelov's coming in at a 1-6. So we're going to start talking about Landwehr. His last fight he had against Darren Elkins back on Fight Island, and it was a barn burner to say the least. They're both brawlers. Everyone's seen Darren Elkins before. He never leaves a fight without his face looking like it's been for a meat grinder, and Landwehr is more than happy to oblige him on this occasion. So, what did he do well in this fight? He was taken down early, which I was surprised by. You don't see a great deal of that from Darren Elkins. He does like to keep it on the feet, throwing the gloves around. But when Landwehr did get taken down, he did show good submission defence. And when he is on the feet, he does not mind about getting hit in the face at all. He keeps his hands very low, and he relies on his chin to take a lot of those shots, which can do him harm on the judges' scorecards. Yeah, so he has got a very brawling, heavy style. He's just throws his hands, knees. He had some vicious elbows. He had a particular elbow that split Elkins right on the forehead, running down into his eye the whole fight. Like I say, Darren Elkins always looks like he's been for a meat grinder, but I think it's just to build up a scar tissue on his face. Yeah, and he's got a gas tank for days. He went a full 3 rounds with, I think they both threw over 200 shots in that fight. Neither of them looked like going anywhere. So, next off we'll talk about Evelov, undefeated fighter, coming into this one at 13-0. His last fight was again on Fight Island. He fought Mike Grundy, who's a very accomplished grappler, fighting out with the same team as Darren Till and Tom Aspinall. So, what did he do well in this one? In the first round, he did get taken down, and I was worried that was going to be it for him. Like I say, Grundy is a very accomplished grappler, but his wrestling transitions were fantastic. He moved from north to south, flipped himself right over the top, and stood himself back up. He didn't look like he wanted any of the ground game of Grundy, and I can't blame him for that at all. He showed a lot of very good technical striking, which is a bit of the opposite to Landwehr. He doesn't brawl, he keeps his hands high, he picks his shots, and he just picked Grundy apart for the whole fight. So, the most interesting thing I noticed in this one though, is he didn't appear to have wrapped his hands, which I've never seen before. And I noticed it early on in the fight when they were close in the clinch. So I was checking out his gloves throughout the rest of the fight. He doesn't seem to have any wrapping on them, which I've never seen before. And normally, the only other person I've seen that before is Ryan Hall back on the Ultimate Fighter season 22. And the reason Hall does that is so he can use his hands better for his submissions. Evelov has got 4 submissions on his record, but I think that's more a case of if he finds himself in that position, he'll take it. I don't think he looks for it. So that'll be interesting to see if he does attempt to go to the ground here. So, let's talk about how they match up. I don't see any way not Darren Elkins, that's who he fought. I don't see any way Landwehr wins this fight, and I think the odds obviously are reflecting that. He's coming in at a 9-2 and a plus 450 to win. Plus 900 on the stoppage, and plus 800 for the decision. I would not advise anyone going anywhere near this. I don't want to say he doesn't have a puncher's chance, because he definitely does. But Evelov's coming in at a 1-6, minus 600, plus 188 on the stoppage, and a minus 125 on the decision. And that's where my money's going, on the decision for Evelov. Reasoning for that is this is going to be his 4th UFC fight, and he's had 3 decision wins so far. He doesn't look for the finish necessarily, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with winning on points. A win's a win at the end of the day. He does have 3 knockouts and 4 submissions, but none of them are in the UFC, so I do like to look at fighters' UFC records more than what they've done previously. Yeah, so that's going to be my pick for this one. We've got Evelov by decision. I think he's just going to pick him apart. He's going to stay on the outside, stay patient, I think Landwehr's just going to go brawling in, try and get the knockout. And like I say, if you are feeling brave, take the Landwehr stoppage at 9-1. You'll do very well on that if it does come through. But I personally am not brave enough to go for that one. Alright then, that's going to be the end of this one. Please feel free to like and subscribe. Tell your friends, tell your neighbours to have a bloke at the chippy. And please feel free to follow me on Instagram. This will be the first of 3 videos today. So I'll see you all shortly with the next one.